Hi, this is Kathleen with Kal-Ven Tag and Title Service located at 7000 Bel Road, Baltimore, Maryland. Zip code is 21206. Our phone number is 410-668-6000. Our website is www.kalventagtitle.com. Hours are Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7, and Sunday is 10, let's say 12 to 6, okay? I'm also a licensed Pennsylvania tag and title agent here in the state of Maryland. So if you need PA plates, you come to me. But remember, you must be a PA resident to get plates from me. Today, I want to talk about a video I already made. MVA sent out a bulletin today as to the requirements. You know, they are kind of like they've revised the bulletin to let us know that we must provide all these documents. So this is an update on business registration, on business car registration I did, I believe, like years ago. I don't know if it's been 2 years or more than that, but this will be the latest because I'm going to cover everything. I'm going to state the things MVA is kind of emphasizing that we get from the customers, okay? So today is gonna be new Soundex Issuance for business entity updates. This is the topic today. This is for like people who want to put a vehicle under their business name. When you want to put a vehicle under your business name, there are documents you must provide for us in order for us to proceed with this registration. And the vehicle must not be in your personal name. So if you want to put a vehicle under your name, you have to, you know, print that company name on the title as the buyer instead of your personal name. Because once you print your personal name, we cannot go through with it. It must be the business name, and the business must be registered here in the state of Maryland, and we need proof that this business is actually, yes, here in the state of Maryland. So there's so many things we have to do now. Before, it used to be like you bring us the articles of organization, tax ID, and we register it. Now MVA is emphasizing on more things that we need to verify, make sure the business is in good standing, and also make sure that we have to go to Maryland, you know, like state of Maryland website, you know, to run that business to see that it's in good standing. If the business is not in good standing, like it says not active, or sometimes it might say forfeited or whatever, we cannot proceed. There must be proof that this business is in good standing, meaning it's active, in order for us to proceed with this registration. So MVA is being very serious about this issue, and that's why I want to make this video to update. In order for us to process this, you must show us proof of business registration or business entity, meaning it's registered here in the state of Maryland. If the business is registered out of state, it cannot work. It has to be a Maryland business. You must have tax ID. Yes, because the system will research in the database to make sure that the business is registered. So if it's out of state business, we cannot proceed with this registration. So this business must be registered here in the state of Maryland. And I'm going to read you the documents that are required or that will stand as proof of entity. You're free to provide us with your business license as long as it has the name and address and you are the owner of that business. Yes, we'll proceed with it. Articles of incorporation, articles of organization, partnership agreement, certificate of limited liability partnership, registration and or trade name application from the State Department of Assessment and Taxation, application for sole proprietor and or general partnership filed with business personal property unit, articles of merger, articles of reorganization, the portion of trust agreement that names the trust and identifies the trustees, retail sales tax exempt card. The retail tax exempt card does not mean you're going to get tax exempt or whatever. This is just to show the company name, to show that this business is registered. To determine if the business is exercise tax exempt, you need to refer to Maryland Vehicle Law 13-810. So you have to, if it's a non-profit, that's a different issue. But if it's MVA just wants to use this card, wants us to use this card for, to show proof of ownership or proof of entity. So it says retail sales tax exempt card. That card will have your information on it. Yes, that one is acceptable too. If one of the above documents, if acceptable one of the above document, you will only need to be provided with a copy of page identifying the name of business and approval from the agency issuing. Whatever you are presenting to us must have the company name. That company name you want to register that vehicle under, it must show the exact name. It must be exactly as you print it on the back of the title as the owner of the vehicle. And also remember, in order for us to proceed with this registration, we have to go to Maryland, www.egov.maryland.gov/business express/entity search. Meaning we go to this link, type in that business name, check the status of this business. If it says active, MVA wants us to print that paper. We have to print it out and attach it to our paperwork. We need a copy of your tax ID number that is associated with this business, with the entity. And then VR005. On this VR005, sometimes the system doesn't print the tax ID. So if we print the VR005 and there's no tax ID number there, we have to manually write the tax ID number on it. And then the next one will be to check the business type, whether it's LLC or sole proprietor or partnership, whatever that business is, you need to check that option before the customer signs on the bottom of it. So whenever a tag and title agent prints the VR005, make sure the tax ID number is written on it. Sometimes the system generates it automatically and sometimes it doesn't. So it's your job as a tag and title agent to look on that paperwork to see if the system generated the tax ID number. If the system did not generate it, handwrite it. Take it from the copy of the tax ID they provided you, handwrite it, and then have the customer check the type of business. And also when they sign, every document they sign, they must sign with their position with the company. If you're the owner, you sign, we need you to put owner in parentheses, that you are the owner. If you are an executor, whatever your title is, manager, managing director, we need for you to put in parentheses next to your signature. So when you come in to register this vehicle, this business, it must be the owner of the business. If not, make sure you collect power of attorney from the owner in order to do this. MVA, they did not mention it here, but that's the way it works. Make sure if the business is not yours, have your boss give you power of attorney authorizing you to register this vehicle. And you must give us your boss's driver's license authorizing you, and then your license that the power of attorney is given to process this registration. Also have the customer complete VR-47. Yes, let me show you. Okay, I mentioned VR005. VR005, this is the title application form. Sometimes the system will generate the tax ID. The tax ID, let me see, is it on VR0? Tax ID, what is it? It should be on this form. I'm not seeing it on this one. Jesus Christ. The application, maybe this has changed, I normally okay, yes, this, I'm not seeing it here. I believe this is the old VR005. The new VR005 has the section, my system prints it out, like when I enter the information, it should be, once it prints out, you're gonna see where it says tax ID, EIN number or tax ID number. We enter the tax ID number and then beside it, it will ask type of business. We check, you have LLC, you have sole proprietor, and we have partnership. We have so many of them, so you check the one that is the appropriate for your business. This VR005 does not have it, but the updated one that my system prints out has everything. And when my system prints out the VR005, sometimes the tax ID will be automatically printed on it. If not, it's your job as a tag and title agent to check on the VR005 to make sure the system has printed it. If not, handwrite it. Take a copy of it from what the customer has given you, write exactly what the tax ID number, have the customer do it. And then once they sign here on the title, once they sign, they put their title next to their signature. If their name, if they are the managing director, let them put. But if you're the actual owner coming to me, make sure you put owner. If you're sending one of your employees to come, then you must give that person power of attorney. If they don't have the power of attorney, there's no way for us to proceed with this registration. So here where it says the signature of applicant, you're going to sign here and put what your position is, and then print your rename. Print your name. If your name is James whatever Smith, put your name there, and that will be it. And also date. This is you applying for a new title, okay? So once I must have collected all this information, and I go into my system to tabulate, like put all the information, the system will populate this application. So once it populates it and I give you this application, your job is to verify that all the information here is correct. So you correct it and make sure everything is correct. So if everything is correct, then we proceed. Another form that the system expects the customer to fill out is VR475. VR475 is Business Entity Submission of Proof for Vehicle Titling. So this here, on this form, you're going to put the name of the entity, the address of the company, and then city date and everything. Yeah, EIN number, you put it, and then type of business entity. We need for you to state what type of entity is it, or it is. Here you have a corporation, we have limited liability company, we have limited liability partnership, joint venture, professional association, trust, sole proprietor, and other. Whatever your situation is, you check it, and then on the bottom here you sign. And when you sign this, I need your title next to it, and then the date. And then, yeah, capacity is your position. Yeah, you put whatever position, you are with the company. Okay, these are the documents that I will need. As long as all this has been verified and I've gone to Maryland, egov.maryland.gov/Maryland Express / entity search, and I verify that this business is active, I'll proceed with the next step. I'm going to break it down because sometimes it's kind of like complicated, and sometimes I kind of like try my best to make it as simple as it can be. Because if you come into me to get 30 days, I'm gonna specify, 30 days from a vehicle purchased from an individual. It's different from the document I will require from someone who purchased a vehicle from a dealer that is coming to me. Most dealers, the dealers that be coming to me will be out of state. I mean, the paperwork you're bringing to me must be out of state, meaning a vehicle you went to, say, Virginia or out of state to purchase, that you bring into me. If not, if you're a Maryland dealer, your job is to register that vehicle at your office. If you don't have the license to register that vehicle, then you bring me power of attorney from the customer, giving you permission to come on their behalf to register that vehicle with me. So this here will be the paperwork I would need if you purchase this vehicle from an individual and you want to put this vehicle under your business name. Proof of entity, like I said, proof of entity must be one of these, like I said. Business license, articles of incorporation, articles of organization, partnership agreement, certificate of limited liability partnership, trade name, articles of merger, articles of reorganization, trustee, whatever you have that shows the name of that business is what I need. That will be proof of entity. And then copy of the status of the business. Meaning, is this business in good standing? If this business is in good standing, then I proceed. I'll go to Maryland, like I said. I'll go to www.egov.maryland.gov/business express/entity search. I'll type in the company name, look at the status of the business. If it's in good standing, I will print it out and attach to my paperwork. The next thing I'm going to need, the third thing will be copy of your tax ID number. The tax ID from IRS. I need that printout. It's not like you come here and write it down. No, I need a copy of it to attach to my paperwork. VR-470. VR-470 is this business entity submission of proof for vehicle titling. You must complete this form. If you're coming to me to put this vehicle under your business, you print the business name, put the address, tell me what type of business it is, you sign, print your name, and then the capacity, your position with the company. VR-005. VR-005 is you applying for a new title. My system will generate it here after I must have collected all the paperwork. Once I must have collected the title and everything, and I go into my system to register the vehicle, after I must have registered the vehicle, the system will print. The system will populate all the information on VR-005. So when I give you this VR-005, your job is to verify that the information on it is correct. Your tax ID, if your tax ID number is not there, make sure you put it there. Check the type of business your business is. Is it an LLC? Is it a sole proprietor? Is it a partnership? I need the type of business selected, and then you sign and date. When you sign, like I said, when you sign, you must put the position of your company and then put the date. Make sure you print your name, your full name, not the business name. It has to be your name. VR-129. VR-129 is you coming to me to get 30 days. We're talking about 30 days here on a vehicle purchased from an individual. So you're definitely coming to me to do 30 days. If you have the inspection, that's fine, but I'm talking about 30 days here. So 30 days, when you come in, the system is going to give you Maryland temporary state inspection waiver. This is you waiving the inspection until the 30th day. So when I give you this form, you see the expiration date here. That expiration date that will be printed on it, you have that date to get it inspected. So if you agree to this, I'll have you sign, date, and print. The title of the vehicle is what I need, completed by the seller and buyer. Buyer, remember, you're not putting your name, you're putting your business name. If you put your personal information, I will not be able to register this vehicle. It must coincide with my paperwork. It must be the entity, your business name. You print on the back of the title where it says buyer's signature. Lien release, if there's any on that title. If there's a lien on that title, I'm going to need the lien release. I'm gonna need a notarized bill of sale. Excuse me, notarized bill of sale if the vehicle is 7 years and under. A notarized bill of sale. This bill of sale has to be notarized if the vehicle is 7 years or newer. Yes. If you don't bring me a notarized bill of sale, the system is going to assess it based on the book value. And whatever the system assesses the vehicle, you're going to pay 6% of sales tax on it. So make sure you bring me a notarized bill of sale. Yeah, it's required. Auto insurance, your driver's license, and your driver's license. This is for vehicle purchased from an individual. The next one I'm going to talk about is a vehicle purchased from a dealer. Mainly, it has to be out of state because Maryland dealers, they are authorized to issue plates. And some of them, sometimes they do something that is not right. They take the rights from them to issue plates. And some of them don't like to issue plates. So most of them will go to a tag and title to process their registration. So when a dealer is coming to me on behalf of the customer, I'm going to need the dealer to give me power of attorney from the customer to them. And then with all the paperwork. So all the paperwork I'm going to mention here will be what the dealer will bring to me. But what I'm talking about here is 30 days for a vehicle purchased from a dealer. You know, like someone went to Virginia to buy a car. I'm not talking about Maryland dealers. Yeah, Maryland dealers, that's a different issue. When you come in, all I'm saying here, you must bring everything plus the Maryland safety inspection. That's mandatory for you. If you don't have the inspection, I'll be able to help you. But what I'm about to say here is 30 days for a vehicle purchased from a dealer. Could be from out of state. Yeah, it has to be out of state, definitely, in order for me to process. So most times, people use the dealer temp tag to go get the vehicle inspected. So if you come in to me and you don't have 30 days, that's what we're talking about here. So I'm going to need proof of entity. Like I said, all the things I mentioned, articles of organization, articles of incorporation, business license, partnership agreement. All those things I mentioned, you have to show one of them as proof of entity. Copy of business status. If it's in good standing, we print it out and proceed with the registration. A copy of the tax ID, your tax ID number, we need a copy of it. VR 475. VR 475 is business entity submission of proof for vehicle titling. You must complete this, put your business name, your address, the type of business, sign, print, and then tell me what your capacity is, your position with the company. We need that. VR005, that's the application for title and registration. On the VR005, the system will generate it. This is not the latest one. The latest one has got the tax ID information and the type of business, whereby you know, a tag and title will verify to make sure that the tax ID number is there and the type of business is checked. So on this old form, we don't have it. So the latest one that my system will generate will have it. So it's my job to check to make sure that the tax ID is entered there and the type of business. And then whoever is signing, if you're the owner, you sign, put owner in parentheses, and then print your full name. The next one I'm going to give you is VR129. VR129 is Maryland Safety State Inspection Waiver. This is you waiving inspection until the specified date. My system will generate a date. It will be 30 days from the date of registration. If you agree to get the vehicle inspected by this date, I have you sign, date, and print. And also when you're dating or when you're signing, I need your position. You put in parentheses whatever your position is next to your signature, printed name, and then today's date. The title of the vehicle, lien release, if any, dealer reassignment, dealer bill of sale. We don't need a notarized bill of sale as long as it's coming from the dealer. The bill of sale will be we don't need a notarized bill of sale. As long as the dealer is giving us their bill of sale with their company name on it, yeah, that will do. Auto insurance, driver's license, registration card. Registration card is if you have Maryland Safety Inspection and you want to transfer your old plate, your plates from one business. Your old plates, I believe, yeah, the system should be able to allow you to transfer your plate. As long as the vehicle is inspected and you want to transfer your plates, you make sure you give me the Maryland Safety Inspection. So, this, all these documents I will need. And remember, yes, if there's a lien, yeah, most vehicles that come from out of state, sometimes there will be a lien on the vehicle. If there's a lien on that vehicle that you bring into me from out of state that you purchase from that dealer, I'm going to need VR217 to be completed. Most of them don't fill it out. And most of them don't even fill out VR005. They're supposed to go to Maryland website and download this form. And then put the lien holder. Some of them will not put the lien holder here. They rely on the bill of sale. So if you come in here, most times when I see a vehicle that's got high amounts, say like 40, 50,000, I'll be asking the customer, is there a lien on it? Some of them will take out some of the paperwork and say, oh, there's no lien. Make sure when you go to the dealership, you tell the dealer that you're putting this vehicle under your business. Because if you put this vehicle under your personal name and there's a lien on it, and you want to switch, I cannot help you. You have to take your paperwork back to the dealership and have the dealer print your company name. It has to say your company name. You cannot put it under your personal name and you come to me, I want to put this vehicle under my business. That will not fly here. So if you want to change it, take your paperwork back to the dealership and have the dealer, whatever amendments he has to make, let him make the amendment and then bring me the paperwork, make sure it has your business name on it. And once you show me proof of your business that's registered here in the state of Maryland and you have tax ID number and your business is active, I see no reason why I shouldn't give you plates. So if you are able to use the out-of-state temp tag that the dealer gave you to inspect the vehicle, so when you come in here, bring me the inspection and then you don't have to fill out VR129. VR129 is inspection waiver. So if you have the inspection, I will remove, yeah, you don't have to fill out this. So it will just be VR005 and then VR475. 475 is the business entity, whatever, whereby you state your position and the type of company it is. So once I register the vehicle, it's gonna be like this. If you choose this plate, if you choose bay plate, I give you bay plate. If it's this one here, I put the month here and then I put the year. If I give you 30 days, it'll be 1 month from the date. If like now we're in March. If you come to me like in March, I'll give you 4/21, meaning you have 30 days. So it will expire for, if it's 4th of March, it'll be 4th of April in order for you to get inspected. So once I give you this, I give you your registration card. On that registration card will have your business name printed on it and your Maryland Soundex, your Z number. For businesses, it starts with a Z. All businesses, starts with a Z. So it will say Z and then the number. That's your business number. So anytime you want to, once I issue that Soundex and you come into me like next time to register another vehicle under this business, we don't have to go through all this. You're already in my system, so all you have to present to me will be your registration card or the Z number. If you have the Z number, I'll take the Z number and register the vehicle. Make sure you have your tax ID number when you come into me, and then I'll give you this form again to fill out the VR475 for you to specify the type of business it is, and then also on VR 005, you make sure the tax ID number is on the form and you check the type of business. And then whenever all the documents are signing for me, you must specify your position. If you're the owner, if you're the manager, whatever your position is, it must be specified beside your signature. Every signature you sign, you put your title. It's very important. We want to know who we're dealing with. And also, if you're not the owner of the business and your boss is sending you to me, make sure they give you power of attorney, giving you permission to register that vehicle under their name. Make sure their license is attached with the paperwork. If you have the power of attorney and they have their license, and then your license too, then I should be able to get that vehicle registered. I think I've said everything here. Because sometimes I'll make a video and I'll forget something and be like, oh my God, do I have to remake this video all over again? So when you get once I must have registered the vehicle, I'll give you your registration. I'll tell you have 30 days from that date. If I give you 30 days, you have 30 days to go get the vehicle inspected. So once you inspect the vehicle and bring us the inspection, then we can extend that registration to 1 year or 2 years on the same plate that we give you. So if you have the inspection and you come to renew, I'll be giving you, if you pay for 1 year, I'll give you 22. And if you pay for 2 years, I'll give you 23. That way, you put it on the year, you see 21, you put that sticker over it, and I'll give you an updated registration card. So that will do this video. And then also when you receive your title, it's no longer going to have your name. Well, it will not say your name, it will say your business name. And also the Soundex number will be printed on that title. Where it says Soundex, you see the Z number printed there. So if for some reason you coming to me, you've forgotten the title or forgotten the Z, if you came to me initially to register the vehicle, I will be able to have that information. But if you go to a different tag and title place to register that vehicle, if you don't have the title with you and you don't know where you put the registration card, you're free to call MVA to get that Soundex. Otherwise, you go back to the tag and title place where you register that vehicle in order for them to retrieve your information. Also, remember, we do not have the option to search for your business. So if you don't have the Z number, there's nothing we can do to help you. But if you come to me, I will go to my file, the initial title, whatever you brought to me, or the first registration you did, I will trace that paperwork back and I'll get the Soundex to use it for your registration. So this will end this video. I believe I've said everything. Remember, if you're transferring your plate, we need Maryland safety inspection on the vehicle. And also we need your registration card if you're transferring your plates. So that we do this video. And also once we register the vehicle, you have, the system will send you the title within 5 to 10 business days. But due to the COVID, the chances of it taking a bit longer is there. So give it at least 3 weeks. Give it a whole month in order for you to get your title. But lately, MVA, they are catching up now, so the chances of you getting your title before the 15th business day is there. So make sure, yes, everything is adhered to. And remember, tag and title people, if they don't have, if the business is not in good standing, do not proceed with that. You're going to have trouble with motor vehicle. MVA is going to have trouble with you. You need to print it out. Print that good standing. That's what they're saying now. They're very serious. I just received the bulletin today. That's why I'm making the video today, so that I will let you guys know that you must have them fill out VR 475 to show the type of business that they have, and then on VR 005 MVA wants the tax ID number there, and also the type of business. And whenever they are signing, whatever their position is, remember to have them specify their position beside their signature. If they're signing, they're the manager, put managing director next to your signature, and then print your name. It's not the company name. You'll be printing your name so that we know who we're dealing with, whose signature that is. In case there's any kind of investigation, we need to know who came to register this vehicle. We'll be able to trace it back to that person. Actually, a copy of your driver's license will be required, you know. So when you hear, yeah, a copy of your license will be there. But we'll put the Z number on top of it, because we're not registering that vehicle under your Maryland Soundex. We are registering it under your business. So when I print a copy of your license, I'll write the Z number on it to let MVA know that this vehicle was registered under this business. So this will end this video. I believe I've said everything. So please, this is serious. Any vehicle purchased from an individual, if the vehicle is 7 years or newer, we need a notarized bill of sale. If you don't have the bill of sale, the system will evaluate the vehicle based on the book value, and you pay 6% sales tax on the vehicle. So this will end this video. If you have any questions, I can be reached at 410-668-6000. My name again is Kathleen Lever. So this will end this video. I don't know what else I've forgotten. So please make sure you adhere to everything. That's why I'm still in business. Whatever, any bulletins MVA sends, I make sure I read it and adhere to everything. So every tag and title, some people don't like to read. They'll see, they'll delete, they think it's not important, and they miss it. And when they register the vehicle, MVA will be asking a lot of questions. So make sure you tag and title people, read all the bulletins that MVA sends, because that's the only way you stay up to date and know what's going on. So I've tried my best to comprise this, you know, to summarize this, you know, that way you guys will get the right paperwork, because this business, you know, if you do everything right, you'll be good. But if you start omitting things, MVA will be writing you, sending you to go and collect this from the customer, collect this, you know. So make sure you have everything. Read all the bulletins that MVA sends to us so that you will know what to collect, because sometimes when the customers leave, it's hard to track them down. So please adhere to everything here. I've tried my best to summarize this to the best of my knowledge. So if you have any questions, please give me a call at 410-668-6000. Thank you. Have a nice day.